A Heartland boy facing cancer now for the second time. He began his 40 weeks of treatment in March, and it will continue on into November. That means a once-a-week trip to Des Moines for chemotherapy. But through it all, a family has learned what's really important in life.
Your whole life changes. It suddenly revolves around treatment and doctor visits and hospital stays and chemotherapy and radiation.
Trevor was diagnosed with cancer at just 3 years old.
We were mortified. We were it was horror to find out your child has cancer.
Trevor had a tumor the size of a tennis ball in his abdomen and 500 cancerous lesions. He was given less than a 50% chance of survival. But after a year and a half of 100 rounds of chemotherapy, 16 radiation treatments, and 4 surgeries, he was declared cancer-free until this February when it came back in his lung.
They told us there's about a 50% chance that they can get rid of it. They have to use different drugs than they did the first time. The longer you treat cancer, the harder it is to treat. But Trevor's always been a very strong boy, and that helps.
Along with the fight to kick cancer, it's a fight to fund treatment.
The first time he had cancer, he was getting some chemotherapies that lasted 5 days, where he would have to be inpatient all week. And after a couple of months, I had to quit my job completely just because of the time that it took to care for him. My wife kept her job because she's the one that paid for his health insurance. So they estimate that it costs about $40,000 to $60,000 out of pocket per year to have a child with cancer.
A struggle that Stromgren says is made more complicated by insurance companies.
A month ago, we took him to Minnesota for a stem cell harvest, and we would have done that sooner, but it took us a couple of months to get it approved by the insurance companies.
And while they've traveled from Minnesota to Texas for treatment, their community at home is on Team Trevor. From softball tournaments to wearing t-shirts of support.
I've known Trevor since we were at the daycare. So to see him go through this again is a little bit heartbreaking, but it's great to see the school support him and stand behind him.
And through the challenges of facing cancer as a family, they've learned what's really important.
I no longer care about material things or money like I used to. You know, our focus is now on our children and having fun with them and making sure that their life is full and loving them as much as we can, because you never know.
Today is Trevor's 7th birthday. He spent it at the hospital.